Hi,
Hi,
Diva.
Diva. Welcome to a special edition of the Diva discussion. I'm your host, Savannah Below, and I'm joined as always by my co-host, Serena Epperson.
Hi.
And we are joined today by Ray. Welcome to the Diva discussion.
Hi,
We are so excited to have you on. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here. Yeah. I'm so awkward at first, so I'm so sorry, but
Oh, girl, it's okay.
I'm excited.
You're good. You're
I'm
good.
super excited.
You're good. You're good.
We're gonna have a fun time here today.
Mhm.
Um, so we'll go ahead and start out with a question we always ask everybody. Like who are your current favorites slash all-time favorites? And if you could give us like a Mount Rushmore of your favorite wrestlers.
Okay, so do we want like all time or like right now and then all time? Or does it matter?
Doesn't matter. You can do either or.
Okay, so if I have to pick like four of my favorite wrestlers right now, Rhea Ripley, no one's surprised about that whatsoever. I think at this point I'm like known because I like Rhea Ripley. Yeah. So Rhea, Damian Priest, Seth Rollins, and this feels a little like contradicting a little bit, but CM Punk.
Mm. Yeah.
At least for right now. Like those are my top four right now. All time would probably see this one's hard because it's gonna change eventually, right? Like I'm gonna say The Rock, Stone
Mm.
Cold, Undertaker, and then the last one is I'm just gonna put Rhea there because I feel like she's gonna be there at some point for me anyways. Like her career is not over, but even with that, like she's gonna be there. We're just gonna
Yeah.
include her there.
She's already had such an insane career as
Mhm.
well. Like
Yeah.
she's insane. We love her. We love Ria, of
Yeah.
course.
Absolutely. I have my picture on the wall actually of her. She's gonna.
Do you have your Damien one printed out?
I do have my Damian one printed out too. It's right next to her.
Wait, you met her? I've never met anyone yet. Like I haven't met
Oh my
anybody.
I have
God.
my, I have my Terra twins on the wall together.
That's amazing. I love that.
We
I went to Hot Topic yesterday and I would show you, but I'd have to like get up there like over there. But they have new shirts. They have a new Rio one and a new Damien one, and they're so cool. They look like kind of like band tees almost. Like they don't look like your typical like WWE merch. They're really cool.
I just went to Hot Topic and I got us a whole bunch of shirts.
Really?
I got a J or I will get a J one because I have one on hold now for me. Jay's my all-time favorite. Punk, I got Savannah a Cena one, and then a Roman one, and then yeah, yeah, oh my God.
That
My
one's so cool. I just saw that one last night too. Someone in my
favorite,
Discord said that they were gonna get that, and I was like, I think I need that.
Okay, Hot Topic trip in the future.
mm-hmm.
Like tomorrow on my way to class.
I know I was gonna try to go to a different one because there's like a few in my area, and like I was almost gonna go to a different one to see what they had because there was a few other shirts, but like they didn't have the size that I wanted. I'm like, do I just like go to every Hot Topic in the area looking for them, or no?
That's kind
Like,
of how it was. J was for me. Like I went to my local one and they didn't have J at all. They only had like a small and medium. And I was like, ugh, okay. And so I called like every single one around me and I was like, do you have this shirt? Do you have this shirt? And someone was like, are you talking about anime? And I was like, no, not anime.
it's so funny too, because like some people have no idea what like WWE is, but the people who get it, they
They
get super
get it.
excited with you too. Like there was a one of the first Rhea shirts that they had, like it was completely sold out when I went to look like a couple months ago. But the person that was helping me like look for it, like also really liked her. So she's like super excited and like
I love that.
determined to like try to find it at a different store. And she's like, yeah, the closest one I see is like 8 hours away. And I was like, oh, well, I guess it's just not in the cards for me for that shirt. But, you know,
It'll be there. It'll be there eventually.
Eventually.
Eventually. So for some people who are not familiar with you, which who is not familiar with you, I feel like everyone I've talked to is like, "Oh my God, I love her." And like obsessed with your content. I'm also obsessed with your content. Um, so for the people who are not familiar with you, do you want to kind of
Mhm.
explain like kind of what kind of content you make?
Yes, but like just hearing that like people even know who I am is so wild to me. I'm I'm getting close to like I think I've finally hit the year mark of like creating content basically. Like I was doing it like on and off, but I think I've finally like about a year ago I was posting stuff about WrestleMania and then I realized like what? People actually want to know what I think about like wrestling? Like that didn't seem like that would ever happen, you know? I was like, wait, what? Okay, that was just like a fun like post and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, we'll see where this goes. But yeah, mostly just WWE content. Um, sprinkle in a little bit of like metal like music and stuff. That's kind of what I in like makeup. But I really like to focus on like I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but kind of like the girly side of wrestling, you know? Like I don't
Absolutely.
know if that makes sense, but like that's kind of where I feel like I fit in is like taking something that isn't traditionally like people don't, they think of the men of wrestling first, right? And then they think of the women. And it's like, I wanted to make content that was more geared for like the girlies
Oh,
because why not? Like,
yeah. That's kind
Absolutely.
of really what this whole podcast is about. Like we recently had a video or an interview with Santi. And like just kind of explaining like we found our niche. Like normally, like when you see podcasts, like you only see like men in their comments and stuff like that. If you look at our comments, it's mainly women, and it's
mhm.
amazing.
Yeah, I love that. And it's just like, when it doesn't happen like that, you're like, can you get me back on like the other algorithm, please? Like, what are all,
We
like,
recently got a lot of hate for our Joe Hendry WrestleMania reaction video.
mm,
And like people were like, it's scripted. Like, why would you react like that? You guys are morons. And we were like,
Overreacting. I'm like, we're just trying
okay.
to have fun. We're
Yeah.
just trying to
wow.
have fun. And that's what this is all about.
Mm. Yeah, people have opinions.
They're ruthless. They're
They
ruthless.
really, that was something like, what's funny is I didn't learn that very early on. It took like months for me to start getting those kind of comments. And when it started to happen, it was like, it didn't stop. Like, where did this come from? What? I'm confused. And I also do reactions with my fiance. We have like a separate account with the two of us. He does most of the reactions because most of the shows are like running when I'm still working. So I'm in like half of them and he's in majority of them just because of like how my work schedule is. But a lot of our videos that are reactions, we get that all the time. Like, oh, you're overreacting. Oh, this reaction's so fake. Like,
Yeah.
and he like reacts very big to things. So like he'll get up out of his chair and like walk away or something. And people are always like, oh, this is so fake. And it's like, or you could just be like that excited. Like it's not, I know it's a scripted show, but like it's still exciting.
It's still
Like
fun to
you're
watch.
still attached to like what's going on. Like I had one too, when Rhea lost her title, I turned my chair around and I'll be honest, I was crying. Okay. I don't know if you could tell I was crying. I didn't really care, but like I turned my chair around and I was like, I was just very like, I was shocked. I was not expecting her to lose a title. And I was just like, oh my God. And people were like, oh my God, you're crying over Rhea losing the title? Like, why would you do that? And I'm just like, I'm sorry.
I'm also a
Like,
very
what?
big overreactor. Savannah can testify to this. I am. I am. When we went to the Royal Rumble,
Mm.
um, mind you, Royal Rumble was my first live event ever.
Oh, wow.
My first live event.
Mm.
And I was already like in shock. I met Jay the day before. Um, and then met Damien. And then we met Maxine.
Mm.
And so it was crazy. It was crazy. And then so the men's Royal Rumble match starts. And it's Ray, like obviously we know like Rey Mysterio was first. And then when Penta came out, I was like, "Oh my
Mm.
I swear, in her, if you watch her video back, she's like, Penta, 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 oh my God, it's Penta. And I'm like, girl, yes. Oh, and like,
God."
it's fine to overreact too. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
like
then
it's okay to be excited. I don't know why people like let's normalize that. Like it's totally
and I
valid to be excited and like I guess what would be like considered overly passionate about it something. Like that's why not? Why not enjoy it? Like
and then I feel like our Joe Hendry video, it was mostly me. It was mostly me screaming. And a mix of Savannah also like screaming too, but it was mainly me. I was like, it was crazy.
I
Um
mean, that was exciting though, because that was something that
yeah.
like you think would happen, but you don't really know like when he was gonna show up. Like it was definitely always a possibility, but then when he came out to be Randy's opponent, it was like, oh,
Mhm.
okay. Like I would it was a thought in my head, but I didn't really like I didn't know where they were gonna go with that. Like
It was not a thought in our head. We forgot that he was at WrestleCon and everything. It was not a thought in our head. We were fully expecting Solo.
Yeah. I
okay.
mean, I think I said after the fact because I was looking for fun at WWE World and he was all there and he was on there for like photo ops and everything.
Mm.
And it immediately came back into my mind right when he came out at WrestleMania. I'm like, oh yeah, he is there. So I'm like crazy. But yes, normalize overreacting to our favorites because we are allowed to.
Hmm.
Why not? I mean, we're just getting into the story. Like we're doing our part, aren't we? Like, come
They're doing
on.
what they want us to do.
Yeah, they
They
want us
don't-
to do that. Like it's funny because it kind of reminds me like I don't know how familiar you are like with all of my content, but like a while ago I did a lot of like anti-Liv Morgan stuff, basically. That's the best way I'll put it.
Yeah.
And like, I just really didn't like her character, like deep into the Rhea and Liv feud. Like it just she wasn't my favorite, like that's the easiest way to put it. And like people were so upset with me for like even making any like even saying that I didn't like her character. And I'm like, but I'm not even supposed to, we're not supposed to like her right now. Like she's doing a damn good job at like playing that role. Like she's doing what she should be doing and I'm reacting how they want us to react, Like what do it was very confusing. And then I always had to like clarify, like, I have nothing against the real person, it's just a character. And then people didn't believe me. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
No.
During that whole feud, well, I got into it when Savannah went to SummerSlam,
Mm,
and she got me into wrestling.
mm,
And I watched their SummerSlam match at my
mm,
overnight shift, and then I ended up watching the entire SummerSlam on Peacock. And then I watched some older stuff back, like down the road, like a few weeks later, started watching back old stuff. And
mm,
like watching, comparing like how she was, even from like what I did see
mm,
from their feud and from like watching what I didn't see and what I did see to now, like I like Liv now better than the Liv she was in that feud, if that makes any sense. Like I
mm.
like her now out of that feud. Like she's growing on me. when they
That's
actually
exactly
show
where
her
I
what
am right
she's
now
doing, when
too.
they actually show her how capable she is.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. People are weird.
Yeah, after like Elimination Chamber, I think like that match, just how she put her body on the line and everything, I was super impressed with that. And I do feel like I'm warming up to her character now. Like
Exactly for me.
it's different. And like I've only been watching for like 3 years. So a lot of like her past like character and stuff I didn't even know because she was out for a while with injury too. So it
Mhm.
was like she wasn't really around and then she came back and then it was directly into the feud with Rhea and that was kind of my only real like impression of the character unless I were to go back and like rewatch older stuff, which I haven't done a whole lot of like with her specifically. But I mean, maybe if I did, my opinion on her would have been different, like in the very beginning.
Mhm.
But because that was the first impression I had, I was like, oh, she's there she is, you know?
Turn her
Like,
lap.
Hmm.
but she does it so good too. Like
Yeah.
I can acknowledge that she's doing a great job because, you know, they would be for a while whenever I would see her and like the rest of the Judgment Day, I would immediately like roll my eyes and like, oh no, not them again, you know? But that's kind of like part of the interaction you're supposed to have.
Yeah. That's the same thing with me. After I seen, she was the MVP of the women's elimination chamber match. Like
Mhm.
she absolutely killed it and like put her body on the line. Like she impressed me a lot.
Mhm.
And that's like you, like that was when I started, it was like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, Liv. Um, but yeah, just from what I've seen and like I've seen some stuff when she was SmackDown Women's Champion.
Mhm.
And I liked that Liv as well.
Mhm.
I kind of liked how she was a little bit when she was SmackDown Women's Champion a little bit.
Mhm.
But yeah. Um, we do know, so you recently posted Money in the Bank is on your birthday this year.
Yes,
Are you
yes.
going?
I'm trying my best to go, and I'm actually getting like a little irritated because, okay, so the speculation of when it was going to be, I think I started hearing it like maybe a month or so ago, and we were already, so I live in the Bay Area. It's about like San Francisco area, so I'm about like 6 to 7 hours away from like LA. And I already had a birthday trip to Disneyland planned.
Hmm.
We were going to be there on the 8th to like the 12th or something like that. And then I started hearing rumors about Money in the Bank and that it was supposed to be that Saturday. And then I realized that Saturday is my birthday. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was waiting for it to get like announced. And it finally did during WrestleMania, which like finally, because I kept going off of like, I was so committed to going that they they announced SmackDown that Friday before like a couple weeks ago and I bought tickets for it
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
because I was like, yep, like we are totally going to Money in the Bank. It's gonna be there. I was very confident. And then they announced I can't remember, is it Worlds Collide? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
They announced that before Money in the Bank and I was like, oh, uh-oh. Maybe Money in the Bank isn't happening. Maybe that's what's happening. And like then I looked at the time and I was like, no, it's actually happening. Like I was very confident. And Dean, my fiance, was like, I don't know. Like he was starting to like worry a little bit that it wasn't gonna happen on that day. And I was like, no. I'm committed to this. It's gonna happen. Like we'll find out sometime this weekend. And then it finally got announced. So right now I'm just waiting for tickets to go on sale because for some reason they're not on sale yet. I don't know
It
why,
doesn't say anything
but
on Ticketmaster.
yeah, it doesn't say anything on there. And then I think last Friday they were or like yeah, this last Friday they were supposed to have combo tickets for both events, but because we're going to SmackDown before and that's in Bakersfield, just timing wise, I think that's just like a little too much to like fit into that like whole trip. So we're like not trying to go to that just because we'd have to wake up probably at like 8 or 9 to get down there. And what if we don't get there? You know, like LA traffic is crazy. So it was a little too close to like commit to going to both events. So I think the combo tickets went on sale on Friday, and I was gonna check just to see, but I'm like terrified of the prices because I've been seeing like people talk about how much they're going on like um other ticketing websites right now because obviously like you have the resellers that are going to get tickets and then reselling them. So on there, they're like almost mania price.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
so I don't know. We're
That's
gonna try to go no matter what, but I might be like all the way up at the top of the venue.
because it's on your birthday, do you
Mhm.
have, and you obviously you're planning to go, you're gonna be there. You're gonna be
Yeah.
there.
Mhm. I
What are
have to
your
be.
predictions for the Money in the Bank winners?
Ooh, okay. Let's see. I feel like the men's is a little bit not easier, but I feel like I have a few that I feel like I could see winning. Um, I actually I want CM Punk to win. I would like to see CM Punk win. Don't know if that's gonna happen, but in my mind, somewhere like this year, like Randy gets the title from Cena because that's what I really, really want. And like I'm glad he got 17, but like, okay, let's keep moving, cool. Let's get Randy that title, and then maybe we could see like Randy and Punk or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that'd
I
be,
I would like that.
be so good. And then who's your pick for the women's?
For the women's, for a while, I've just been saying like Roxanne.
Hmm. She'd be a good one.
Yeah, I feel like she'd be a really good one, especially since we had Tiffany the year before. If not her, then I would like to see maybe Alexa Bliss, but I am not really confident in what they're doing with her
Yeah,
right now because I know there's been a lot of talks with like injuries and stuff, so they've had to like push her coming back and like I mean she's back, but like we haven't seen her. So I'm not sure if it would be her. I feel confident in saying Roxanne though.
she Roxanne's a really good pick for it.
Mhm.
Um,
I would love to see Roxanne, and I would also love to see LA Knight win.
Okay, that would be cool. I would
Because
like to see him
it's in
go for like
LA.
another.
It's
Yeah,
in LA.
I didn't even think about that. That would actually be perfect.
Yeah. And like they've been going like back and forth with the title on putting
Mhm.
the US title on him.
Mhm.
And so I feel like they gotta pull the trigger like sooner or later. Because also he's very over right now. He's very over.
Mhm.
yes.
I would love to see that.
And I know you mentioned you started watching 3 years ago, you said correct?
Mhm.
Was there any certain storyline or anything that made you a fan in the first place at all? Or like,
So I watched for a short amount of time, like about 10 years ago. I just don't really count it right now because like I I don't know. We watched it for a little bit. I remember Daniel Bryan, but other than that, I don't remember a whole lot, like but about 3 years ago we watched whatever, I can't remember what Mania it was, but my fiance and I just decided to watch Mania. We were like, oh, let's see, like we have nothing else to do, like let's see what's going on. And from there we've just been like super invested in it again. He's actually who got me into watching wrestling. So he was watching when he was a kid, like during like the Attitude Era and everything. And he would always show me matches and we would talk about it and we watched like on and off. But the last 3 years we got like super like back into it. We're like, okay, like this is a part of our like weekly routine now. We watch all three shows and we don't even like making plans on like Fridays especially. until like after SmackDown. Like that's how serious it is. It's like, okay, because if we do something on like Friday, it's like we'll be on our phones like watching it, like okay, what's going on? But yeah, I think was it Mania? Might have been Mania 39. I don't know. I don't know, it was one of them, but um that's kind of what got us back into it, and I'm not gonna lie. I know I've talked a lot about her already, but Rhea Ripley is 100% the reason why I started watching again. Like, and honestly, she's kind of like the reason I started posting content. Like, I don't know. Like, she's just badass. I love
Oh
her.
yeah, she really is. I love Rhea Ripley. Love her to death.
Yeah.
Um, what made you or where do you see yourself taking your content?
It's a good question. I think like with content, I think that things change so much that it's kind of one of those things that you just have to like wait and see where it goes.
Yeah.
Like I would like to focus like more on makeup and like wrestling too. So whatever I can do with that, I feel like it's really fun to like blend those two worlds together. I've also like dabbled in like cosplay a little bit too. Like I've done a lot of mostly Rhea like looks, but I'm interested in doing more. I know I've gotten a couple requests for I can't remember what match it was now, but there was a Liv Morgan look that I've gotten a couple times that I think I might like try to do. I can't
Have
remember.
you
It was a
done Rhea's look for Survivor Series? I think you have.
yes, I have.
I was about to say I know you have and I know you killed it.
Thank you. Yeah, the first that's so funny because I've done that one twice, but the first time I was just like, I don't know, like we'll see. And then I tried to do it again, and like the second time was so much better. And I just like happened to get contacts too. Like I didn't even buy them. My mom was like, "Here, I have contacts for you." And I was like, I'm gonna cosplay Rhea Ripley now because they're blue, so why wouldn't
Yeah, you
I?
have to.
And I feel like, yeah, the second time I did that look, it definitely was a lot better than the first time. But
Savannah,
it's
do
fun.
you have anything else, Savannah?
I don't think I do, but I would like to say I really do admire the way you like kind of mesh those two together. I actually work for Sephora currently, and
Oh,
I just I love being able to wear all these different makeup looks to these WWE shows. I mean, my go-to is like Rhea's just her kind of just her eyeshadow, but I want to
mhm,
venture more, I should say.
mhm.
And I think it'd be fun. So I
Yeah.
really admire that about you.
Thank you. It's a lot of fun. You should definitely try more looks. Like, even if you're not sure, like, you can do it or whatever, just try it. Like, that's the one thing, like, that's the best thing you can do is just try it. Like I said, when I did that other look, like, the first time, it was not good at all. The second time, I was like, oh, okay. I was proud of myself. So,
Savannah, next time I see you, you better be in Rhea's look for Survivor Series.
okay. I'll do that next time. I just need to get like the horns and stuff
Oh,
too.
that would be so
So
good. Also,
I
Your Tiffy look was iconic too.
really
It
thank
was.
you.
It was so
I
good.
didn't think I did her justice though, because she does her makeup so good, and I was just like, I tried. I tried my best,
So good. I
but
love Tiffy.
I
Always let
love
me
her
on Tiffy
too.
time.
Always. I'm so glad that she won WrestleMania. I was
Oh,
like
yes.
I was scared at first, and I'm like, no, it's not time for her to lose that title yet. It is not time.
It's still Tiffy time.
It is.
But with that being said, I think that's all the time we have for today. So I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Listen to The Northern Now, produced in the same studio. Follow us on Instagram at Diva Discussion Pod and TikTok at The Diva Discussion. And Ray, do you want to promote any of your socials?
Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at RateFabe.
All right, thank
Thank you.
We loved having you. Thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
so much.
us.
That was a lot of fun. Sorry I was so awkward at first,
No, you
but
weren't. You weren't. You're good. You weren't.
Okay.
Bye,
thank
Diva.
you. Bye.